This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Okay, we live in the crib, Vibin with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibin with Veto. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibin with Veto. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher, always chasing purpose over popularity. And I got somebody in the building, man, that I crossed your page like some months ago. And I was like, bro, this dude is an amazing fighter, bro.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Amazing fighter, bro. And then I don't even know, did I holler at you on the Instagram or I start commenting on your shit?
I think so.
Just showing love.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, like I love what you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to I think what's her name that goes to the gym with us? That's has the drill like Deja.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, man, Tony is like one of my favorite fighters, bro.
Man, I appreciate
coming
that,
up,
bro.
dog. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, man.
Really like hearing that.
Yeah, tell the people, introduce yourself to the people.
All right, so you know what it is the Tony Hope, the one and only, your two-time, two-division NFC Muay Thai champion, your six-time, you heard me, 6 of them, NFC Muay Thai champion. Now I'm in MMA. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, straight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Damn.
I'm with Veto.
That's crazy, bro. So 6-time champion.
6 of them.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Was it like back-to-back or like how? Take us back to that journey, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I just want to like preface everything.
Yeah,
by
facts.
like I don't want to consider myself like an athlete growing up. Like,
okay.
My people always had my mom, my dad always had me in like sports, rec center, church league, you know, Pee Wee stuff out in like Gresham Park and stuff. But like I was never like really good at nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I graduated high school in 2020, like COVID, like March 13th. 2020 was my last day of school. That's when they shut everything down in Atlanta, everything around across the country. So for about 10 months, I was just in the crib playing Xbox with my friends and stuff, getting ready for college. And then January 2021 comes around and I say, man, I'm bored. I miss being competitive. You know, last thing I was doing was wrestling in high school. But like I said, I was always short, skinny. I was halfway decent at it. I was not nobody special. So I always grew up watching WWE, UFC, and all that stuff. I tell my dad, hey, look, there's a gym right down the street that has Muay Thai. That's what John Jones does and Anderson Silva. So I wanted to try it. And he said, look, we go ahead and do that free class, see if you like it. And from the rest is history. Just went from there to a year later, after 1 year of training, I had my first fight. It was a tournament for the IKF, International Kickboxing Federation, I think. And then probably a year later, March 2022, I had my first title shot against Seth Haas. And that was a crazy experience, one of my favorite fights to go back and watch. And then from there, I had just nothing but title shots after that.
That's
title
crazy.
Fights, just nothing but 5-rounders.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you go from a tournament, right?
Yeah.
So take us back. So for the whole year, right, you just train. Were you doing strenuous training? Was it 4 times a week? Like, what was your rhythm?
I think I was still in online school, so I had a lot of time on my hands. And besides working, I wasn't really doing much. So I think I was in the gym probably 5 days a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, probably took about 2 days off, and I'm still like that now. And my coach, you know, my first coach, he said I was just advancing so quickly because I was showing up, practicing. I had the drive, I had the ambition, and like I'm a fast learner, and it showed. So a year later, it was like, yeah, we can go ahead and get you into like a full contact tournament rather than like a sparring tournament or anything like that. I jumped right into the, I guess, deep water, so to speak, and we got us into a tournament in Columbus, Georgia. That was January 2021. And then, no, I'm sorry, January 2022. And then my next fight was in, man, I be thinking I remember these dates. It was in May. I fought at the Pink Pony that was my first
at the
fight.
Pink Pony,
At
bro.
the Pink
That's
Pony,
hard.
bro,
That's
yeah.
hard.
And I was so excited because I was like, bro, this is like some Def Jam stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fighting at a strip club.
Yeah, facts.
I'm still like 19. And that was my first fight for the NFC, which is where we got these belts right here.
Yeah.
They've always treated me well and everything. So, gave me a great opportunity. And then after that was October. And then after that was my first fight for a belt in March. So I had total 2, 3, 4 fights before I had my first title shot.
Damn. Congratulations, my
Thank
nigga.
you, bro.
Real
Thank
shit,
you.
real shit. Because it's like when I hear stories like that, it's like I have an addictive personality and spirit, bro.
Yeah.
If I dive into something, I just want to like learn and just figure out some
Me too,
things.
bro.
And that's just the personality that I have, bro. So hearing your story, it's like it seems like you're kind of the same as me.
Absolutely.
When it comes down to like, bro, I love wrestling too. Like,
Hey, okay.
like, bro, I went to my first WrestleMania 2 years ago with The Rock when The Rock, Cody Rhodes, they did that. It was The Rock and
Roman Reigns.
versus, I went to that one in Philly.
Wow, that's
But-
dope. Because that was a crazy match.
That was crazy.
Undertaker came out.
That was
Cena
crazy.
came
that
out.
Was, that was crazy.
hard.
That was crazy. I went to the tag team one because it was 2 day.
Yeah,
I went to the
2
one
days,
on Friday.
mhm.
So yeah, so it's like seeing that, you know what I'm saying, wrestling, people used to always say wrestling was quote unquote fake.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, I enjoyed the theatrics behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin and like, you know, they get on the mic and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then it started from there to watching UFC.
Yeah.
At first I was like, bro, this junk is too bloody, bro.
Right.
Like I ain't really know. And my mom was like, I don't know. But it was just like, bro, you get somebody like Conor McGregor,
Come on now. That's one of the GOATs. He's one
Conor
of my
McGregor.
inspirations. Yeah.
Stylebender,
Come on,
Israel
Izzy.
Adesanya, Izzy,
Let's go.
Sean O'Malley.
Come on now.
These are people that I watch, bro. And
Right.
I literally, I'm like, damn. Then I see somebody like you, and it's like, I put you, because you're bantamweight, right?
Yeah, bantamweight, 135.
Bantamweight, my bad. So that's Sean O'Malley's
Yeah, that's
division
weight
too as
class,
well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I look at the fighting and I start studying. I'm like, bro, like that's why I fell in love with the way that you fight, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this dude is dope.
Dude, absolutely, man. Like, I really think that the WWE to UFC / MMA pipeline is real. Like,
Mhm.
it's just like you said. Of course, it's not. I don't like when people say it's fake, right?
I don't like
Because
that either.
It's not. It's just. It's theater.
Theater.
If you like movies, if you like TV shows, if you like dramas, if you like plays, that's what wrestling is.
Yeah,
right?
facts.
It's just with
Facts.
actual athletes. It's actual performers. They're doing real stunts. They're doing real athletic maneuvers and feats.
Facts.
And like you said, one of the things that drew me into it, and I still watch and take inspiration from it on the daily basis, is the mic work. The promos, the being able to play to the crowd. Like that's stuff that I literally go to sleep dreaming about doing one day, but in the context of MMA. You know?
Facts.
It's like being able
facts.
to walk out with your own entrance theme and have thousands, tens of thousands of fans yelling and screaming and cheering you on or
Yeah.
booing. Like
Facts.
it's all a part of the experience. And
Facts.
that's something that I literally crave, growing up watching it. Now I have the chance to actually live that dream. It's
That's
like,
crazy.
It's so crazy. It really makes me want to hustle hard.
Facts. So let me ask you this question too, because in wrestling you have the heel and then you have the baby face.
Yeah.
In MMA or in Muay Thai or wherever, is it that same type of thing, or do people kind of play on who they like really?
I think that there is a role of the heels and the baby faces in MMA, especially in the UFC. The UFC is the biggest, so everybody is going to look at that. That is the number one promotion in the world. I think that fighters such as Chael Sonnen and Conor McGregor, those are the two main ones that really took the sport of MMA and put like entertainment into it outside of just their fighting abilities. Because you can be the best fighter in the world, but you can be boring, and people just don't connect to that unless you're a diehard fan of mixed martial arts,
Right.
Like, and it's I can say that the same for me as well. It's like, everybody likes entertainment. So when you have someone who comes in and is, talking crap about somebody's
Yeah, facts.
country, like when
facts.
I go back and I watch the build up between Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo. Man, that was real bad blood between those two. Like he was calling Brazil, well, and even before this even predates McGregor. Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva. Their first fight was one of the best ever. A crazy comeback by Silva, but Chael Sonnen literally called the whole country of Brazil a shithole, a dumpster. Like he shitted on the whole country of Brazil. So he was going into that. Everybody hated him.
Yeah, facts.
They wanted to see him lose so bad. So like, you know, I do think there's heels and baby faces. When Silva won, like I said, that comeback was so crazy. The crowd noise was ridiculous. That just, you know, it elevated his superstardom to another level. And just like with all things, we look at rivalries in the NBA, look at rivalries in the NFL. You need that person that's going to be able to elevate that story. And I think that in the UFC, there needs to be more of that heel versus babyface action, but like something that's not forced. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me ask you this, like in terms of that, because we went down that lane.
Yeah.
Would you rather be a heel or would you rather be a babyface when it comes down to what you do? Because bro, like you really beat people up.
Right.
Like this ain't
it's
like and again, this is real deal.
Yeah.
Like so whatever you say, like because I said this before, I was like, you have to be a little bit crazy to lock yourself in a cage with somebody that's trying to kill you, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
Like anybody that's watching this, bro, like if you decide to do Muay Thai, mixed martial art, whatever, and you lock yourself in a cage, bro, I give you all my respect, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care if you lose the fight, win the fight.
Right.
Bro, you have to be crazy to do that. So goes back to what would you want to be? Like, and when it comes down to that, would you want to play like the villain?
Yeah.
Or would you want to play like the babyface? Because I see some of your, like, I posted your highlight reel the other day on my story.
Yeah.
And you got the crowd going, bro. Like, these folks was rocking with you. And like I'm looking, I'm like, damn, this dude gonna be big, bro.
Like I said, big influences WWE. So like I've always wanted to be the fighter that is entertaining. Like I want to be the people's champ. I put that in my bio because that's what I know I am.
Facts.
I'm the people's champ. People want to come and watch me fight. They want to watch me put on a show. They want to watch me perform my art as a martial artist. So no matter what, I want to have the crowd coming to be like, oh, I'm ready to watch Tony. Whether it's I want to watch Tony lose, I want to watch Tony win. Like I want to experience both in my career. I feel like as far as like being a heel or the babyface, there have been times when I've like fantasized like, man, I might one day I'm gonna be in the UFC fighting this guy and it's gonna be in his hometown and I want to just go in there and just absolutely make him look like nothing in front of his people.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
There's been times like that actually in my career so far. My first title fight against Seth Haas. This was the NFC's first card at the Battery, which is
Battery.
Right there where the Braves play.
Facts.
There's the first card, and it was big. I remember signing posters and stuff like for the promotion. And Seth at that point had already fought for the title against another one of my biggest rivals, Cameron Burton. Shouts out to both of them, Seth and Cam. Both of y'all are two of my greatest opponents. Great fights that I still look back on and like really look at the improvement I made. So thanks to both of y'all. But Seth had already fought Cam for the belt and he went to a draw. So the belt was still vacant. The bantamweight belt was still vacant.
Facts.
And they threw me up in there, I guess to switch it up, me versus Seth. And when I tell you, Seth's people came out to support him. My people were loud. I had my family there, my friends, my teammates, but Seth's crowd was loud.
Damn.
And you can watch back on the video, you can literally hear them chanting Seth multiple times in the fight. And you could hear them cheering for him when he would land something. And in that moment, I felt like I was the bad guy. I was like, okay, like this is how it feels to have some heat against me. And I relished in it. Like, you know, I think I was dancing in between rounds and stuff because I just was that comfortable in my performance and I knew I was winning and I just knew I had to sustain it just a little bit longer before I eventually broke him. So I think I want to be both. I think McGregor has been a heel and a babyface in his career. I think Israel Adesanya at times have been both.
Oh yeah. That's my guy, bro.
Man, it's and the talented fighters, the ones who you look and you see that they're making millions upon millions of dollars, they understand this too. They understand that the UFC is a business and it's not just sports, it's entertainment. The NBA is not just basketball, it's entertainment as well, you know? And if you want to be at the top of these cards, if you want to be the main event, you want to be fighting in New York and the big cards in Vegas and stuff, you got to be able to sell tickets and be able to naturally put butts in seats while also being a skilled fighter, and I know that
Facts.
I'm crafting myself to be both.
Damn, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing, bro. What's the darkest moment you've ever had in the fight game that nobody knows about?
Darkest moment. I've never thought about that. Let me see. I've had some adversity for sure within like the actual fight itself and outside, like preparing for fights. I'll give you something that I actually did go through. My first loss was against Cameron. I had won, so I beat Seth for the belt in March, and then I fought Cam the first time probably a few months later in like June or July, and I lost. And I thought I had won. You know, I was in the fight. I was like, okay, I'm pretty confident I might have won this. And when they raised his hand, I was like, whoa, like this is how it feels to lose. You know, like I only had the belt for one fight. I didn't even get a title defense. So I felt like I wasn't a true champion unless I defended the belt, you know? I didn't want to be a fluke champion where, okay, I won the belt, but then I lost it immediately. So I had to kind of sit back and think like, okay, how does this, will this define me? Like, what does this say about me? And it took a lot of like reflection and talking to my dad and some of my other elders and like reading books and stuff to figure out like, okay, it's not about wins or losses. It's more so about the lessons you learn from them. So I didn't want to harp on it too much. I had a quick turnaround fight, knocked the dude out, beat him TKO. And then me and Cam had our first rematch. We had our second fight a few months later in October. And that was a big redemption fight for me.
You won that one?
I won that one, split decision. It was close. It was okay performance. Not one of my best, but it was redemption. And I'm like, okay, now series is 1-1. We got to go run this back one more time, do the trilogy.
So y'all did the trilogy?
Yes, we did a trilogy. As amateurs, we did a trilogy, you know, and those were 3 of my best fights, even though I lost one of them.
Damn.
And just in general, like, you know, I've lost before. I lost my last fight. And that was the first time I've got submitted in a fight, you know, I tapped out. And it was another example of like, you know, get in my own head, like, all right, what does this say about me? Like, I literally tapped out. I had about 10 seconds left in the round. One part of me is like, you should have kept going, or you shouldn't have let that happen. You should have done this. And the shoulda, coulda, woulda, that runs in my head a lot.
Facts.
But same thing, like just lessons learned, and like how can I grow and become better from this?
Right.
And then outside of fighting, like preparing for fights, there was a time when I'm a college student. I graduate this May with the degree in journalism.
Let's clap it up for that.
Appreciate that.
For sure.
With the degree in journalism. So I go to school. I've been doing that for about 4.5, 5 years. And then I also work and I train. So like I balance a lot on my plate. But about 2 years ago, there was a time when I was out. I didn't have my car for about 5 months, 6 months, I think. And you know where Gwinnett, you know where GTA is at. Hey, the gym that I train at is all the way in Lawrenceville. I live in Bankhead.
That shit far.
You know, I live in Bankhead, and I go to school at Georgia State downtown campus. So like, that's a long drive just with the car. So I'm over here having to take the bus, the express bus, all the way up to Sugarloaf, and then transfer, get on a GCT bus to go to the gym, and that's about a 3-hour trip. And then go train for another
3-hour trip?
Bro, a 3-hour trip after school just to go to the gym to train for another 2-3 hours.
That's dedication though, bro.
Oh, yeah. And it's something that I look back on and I'm like, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how. There would be times I had no money in my pocket. I would be like, I don't know how I did that. But like, it was dedication. And I think I had about 2 fights. Both I won. I think I won my second belt. My second belt in 145 division while doing all that. Yeah. And I'll say that was probably one of my darkest moments because it was just a lot. It was a lot to have to deal with. It was a lot to have to balance and figure out. And it was tough. Spent a lot of money spent. A lot of time spent. But it was definitely worth it. It definitely showed me that if I want it bad enough, I can get it.
Nah, for sure. So you said you went up to 145, right?
Yeah.
So what's your walk around weight? Like,
man, my walk around weight, I'm just getting older and I'm just getting bigger. Yeah. Like, and I always say because this is also something that a lot of fighters deal with, is like our relationship with our bodies and food. Because like, weight cutting is real, and it's unfortunate that it's so like ingrained in the sport, but it's just the reality of like fighting. So a lot of guys walk around probably 20 to 30 pounds heavier than the weight class they fight in. Me, I used to walk around at, when I first started, probably 145. And then I started walking around at 150. And then I was 155 for a while. But now the heaviest I've gotten while still being in shape, because I always train, is 165.
You were 165, bro?
I was 165.
That's crazy, bro.
And now I understand that I am getting older, and I'm just putting on more muscle, more I train, and just building more mass, essentially. So I will be moving up permanently to 145. So I can like for sure grow and fill out my frame without having to deplete myself too much, because man, weight cutting is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like even for the tournament for this week, like I'm trying to cut this shit, and I'm like, bro, I'm eating like little by little, and it's like, bro, because I'm doing I think 132. Bro, this is my first tournament, bro.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I seen that y'all posted. I was like, I want to just see what I can do.
I'm glad you joined it.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to see what I can do. But like, so take us, the fans and me too. Take us through like the weight classes, because I know you have the flyweight belt. You have all these shits in the NFC.
Yeah. So I'll say the most common weight classes in MMA will be in the men's division. It will be the smallest is usually 125. That's flyweight. Some fighters that you might know would be like Demetrius Johnson, Henry Cejudo. The current champ is Joshua Van, Alexander Pantoja. Those are like the 125ers. The next weight class would be bantamweight, 135. And that's, Sean O'Malley. Current champ is, he just beat Marab, Peter Yan. Yeah, 145 would be next. That's featherweights.
Okay.
Current champ is Volkanovski. He just fought last Saturday.
He fought. Saturday. He just won.
Yep. And the next would be lightweight, which is 155. Then after that would be 170, which is welterweight, which is kind of weird because it goes 10, 10, 10, and they jump from 55 all the way to 70. After that, it's middleweight, 185. Then light heavyweight, which is 205. And then heavyweight, which is, what is heavyweight? I always forget. Yeah. But it's like 235 is the max, I think.
Damn.
Or 232. It's something like that. I know 235 is the max. You do have to get to a certain weight, even if you are a heavyweight. But so those are usually the weight classes thing. Women's, there's like a 115, and then 125, then 135, and then 145 as well.
Facts.
So it's hard because there's some people who are tweeners. I like to call them tweeners. You know how like in basketball, you're not really a power forward, but you're not quick enough you don't have a shot. You're not quick enough to be a small forward, but you're too small to be a center. So you're kind of like in that little in-between game. There's no real position for you.
Damn.
And that can be a make or break for a lot of players.
Yeah.
And it's like that with fighters. It's like if there was a 210 weight class, right? If there was a 165 weight class, there would be a lot of fighters that would fit that perfectly because they wouldn't have to cut from 180 to 170 because they might be too small for 185, or they might be too big to healthily cut down to 205, but they're too small to be in heavyweight.
Yeah,
and it's just really weird for some of these weight classes. So that's why weight cutting exists. They're the myth of weight cutting. I can talk about weight cutting all day. Like
and I would love for you to do that because I'm still trying to learn this junk. Like, what's the safest way? Let me ask you this: what's the safest way to still have power and stuff like that, and not feel like groggy and stuff like that to cut weight?
So weight cutting is really a game of like a calorie deficit, and then possibly more than likely you'll have to water manipulation at the end, like water loading and then having to sweat out a lot of water, which, your body holds water weight. So being able to sweat off that water in order to make a certain weight. And I've had to do that. I had to do that for my last fight. I had to sweat. In 7 days, I dropped from, with the help of nutritionists, of course, shout out Jenna. I dropped from 150 to 137
You dropped from 150 to 137 in 7 days.
7 days. It wasn't fun,
bro.
but it's doable, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to move up, because I don't like doing it. You know, even though I did rehydrate properly, I did get that nutrition back in me. It takes more than just, it was about 24 hours I had. It takes a little bit more than that to fully get your brain and your body back to full strength, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So while I felt good going into that fight, I could still tell I didn't feel like how I felt when I'm training with all my weight on me.
Yeah, facts,
all my
facts,
hydration,
facts.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I did say I wanted to move up permanently after this next fight, move up permanently to 145, so I can, you know, instead of cutting 30 pounds or 25, it'll be 15 to 20, you know, because it's that stuff that you can do mostly through a good calorie deficit and eating the right foods and making sure your body is trained properly, rather than having to sweat in a sauna, because it's literally hell, and it's not healthy for your body at all.
Facts.
Like, it's really dangerous. There's been a lot of injuries that come from it. You're more susceptible to knockouts because your brain is low on fluid. You know, like, it's not just.
That's how these folks really probably be getting knocked out. Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know, if your brain is, you're putting, especially if you do the sauna, you're putting your whole body into this heat trap. You know, sometimes you're wearing clothes and you're just sweating so much, and you're not refilling with the right electrolytes and the right water. So your brain is not at 100%. Your body isn't at 100%. Your muscles aren't full of, you know, the right amount of calories and the right amount of water to really put you in your peak performance. So then you have to go out there the next night and literally fight for your life, fight for your check, fight for your life. You're going to get someone else who knows how their weight cut was, but like, you're going to get somebody else that's trying to take your head off. And there's a real danger to that. So it's like, if you can avoid cutting weight, I will. That's another goal of mine, is to like change the narrative on cutting weight. Like, you don't have to drop a lot to think you have a size advantage to win. Like, I really think that's just a played out myth from just years and years and years and years of just, I guess, conditioning by like just what is normal in martial arts.
Facts. So I got another question too as well, because you said one match you submitted, right? Yeah. Did you have to take jiu-jitsu? Did you have to learn jiu-jitsu too? Like, what was your process? Because you said you did this in a year. Yeah. How did you cram all of this, like all of these skills in one, like in a year?
So I've been training. So it's been about, it's 2026. Been about 5 years of total martial arts training. But I come from a Muay Thai background. So that's just straight stand-up. Punches, kicks, elbows, knees, clinch. Those like the 5 things of Muay Thai. So on the feet, that's where I got all these belts from, was literally beating ass, standing up, you know? That's what I am good at. That's my specialty. That is my base. But MMA, you know, they got boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, wrestling,
it's everything everything in the crock pot.
Everything. So you got to really be the best, especially in today's era of MMA. To be the best, you got to be good at everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to go take boxing. You need to go take Muay Thai. You need to go take jiu-jitsu. And at that point in my career, I was taking jiu-jitsu, but there was still just a lack of awareness in certain positions. You know, I look back on that fight now, and I'm like, if I did this instead of that, the whole fight could have been different. You know, or I could have gotten up from that position, and who knows what could have happened from there. I'll say for that fight, it was against Brennan Johnson in November. And I was really training on, I know he was going to come wrestle me. We'd known each other for a while, and he's seen me fight. I've seen him fight. And there was a clear skill difference in the striking. And it was for me. I was the better striker, and he was the better grappler. Right. So it was a pretty much a match of which style was going to win. Yeah, facts. And he took me down. I attempted to sprawl, which was like to stuff the takedown. He tried to shoot for my legs, and I tried to sprawl. I was training so hard for that. And I was going in there, and I was like, when he shoots, I know he's going to shoot early. I'm going to sprawl so hard on him and make him not want to shoot again. And when that didn't happened, I was like, okay, all right, now I gotta actually use like jujitsu to get up. And there was just a lack of awareness in certain positions. And he got into full mount, started doing ground and pound, and I bumped him hard to try to push him off. I didn't have the right things in place, so I gave up my back. He locked in a body triangle across my body, and then he choked me out with a rear naked choke. So even though I was taking jiu-jitsu then, it just kind of told me that I need to be more intentional on what to do.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
Because in a fight, you don't have no time to think. You literally don't. So like, I'll always tell people like, intelligence is the best base in martial arts, no matter what. Because if you're a smart fighter, you'll be able to see stuff before it happens most of the time. Because you did the right preparation, you did your research, you did your film, all that stuff. But your awareness is most high when you're an intelligent fighter. But in a fight, you don't have time to think about, all right, I get into this position, what do I do next? Stuff is too quick. It's too chaotic. Fighting is literally the most chaotic thing two humans can do. So when you're in there, you don't really have time to think about what your next move should be. It's more like,
do that shit. And suffer the consequences.
All right,
go.
your body should know. Muscle memory type deal, Like if you look at, I always like comparing stuff to sports because I'm a sports analyst and stuff.
Yeah,
so like, if you look at Kyrie, look at Curry, look at some of the best ball handlers in the NBA, it looks so fluid and in a flow state almost. And then in order to reach a flow state, you got to turn off that thinking part of your brain and just go. Like, you've done the reps of this. You know exactly what to do when you get here. When you cross to your left, you know that he's probably going to do this, so you're going to do this next, and you know how to, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that with fighting. So that's something that I've learned and developed over this last couple of months. Like, all right, I know what to do as soon as these positions happen. So going forward, my jiu-jitsu and my grappling is gonna people are gonna put respect on it. I'm gonna make them.
Nah, for sure.
Like I've trained too hard to like have the same stuff happen to me again. I learned my lessons from losses.
Facts.
So it's gonna show in my next fight.
Facts. You said one thing. It was a word. You said flow state. When I watch y'all at GTA, like the top people that like you, Deja, like bro, y'all be like just going. It's like y'all gliding. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that like from proper coaching and stuff like that, or like you said, reps, putting the reps in?
Absolutely. I attribute everything to my team and like everything that I've accomplished within the last 2.5, 3 years. Everything that my team has accomplished, I attribute that to our head coach, Osei. Shout out, Coach Osei. Look,
shouts out to him,
man. Osei Abinall is the smartest man I know outside of like my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, his wisdom is crazy. He looks at stuff as not just surface level. Like, of course, when we're fighting, we're both throwing punches, but like he breaks down what he did to get to this point, right? Because he's all about patterns. He's all about pattern recognition. This is what this person does consistently. You look at his old fights. He does this in literally 10 out of his last 12 fights. This is what he does to get these knockouts, And he will break that down and he'll show us. And I'm like, wow. Like, it's literally right in your face, but sometimes you can't see stuff until someone else kind of opens your eyes to it. And that's what he does with us. So it's like when we enter that flow state and everything is just so fluid, me and Devon and Jared and Nico and TJ and Deja and all the other guys that we're all elevating together, it's just like that. He'll show us something. He'll show us why this happens. He'll show us multiple examples of this happening on a professional level, and he just makes us do reps of it as amateurs so we can see it early. We can feel it early. We can know these concepts early in our careers. And it pays off. The amount of stuff I've learned just from like picking his brain in the gym and asking him questions outside. I can show you our message string on 3 different apps of all these questions that we ask I ask him, and we break it down and have conversations about. So absolutely, like everything that you see at the gym, I really attribute that to him.
I see that shit and I'm like, damn, these dudes are good. Like these dudes are good, man.
Man, because GTA wasn't my first gym. It was Bangkok.
Okay, Bangkok
boxing. Yeah,
that was where is that? Like Midtown or something?
They got a few locations.
Okay,
but the one I trained at was in Midtown.
Yeah.
So I used to. It was right down the street from my house, and that's
Mm-hmm.
I won my first belt with them. I won 2 belts with them actually, and I definitely attribute a lot to like me getting to a lot of. I still use a lot of fundamentals that I learned from them, from Coach Kumpan and them, and
facts.
I definitely will always put respect on their gym's name. But when I went to GTA, Devon recruited me up there. He said I should go try it out. I went up there and first day sparring, I was like, okay, it's different. You guys are different. There's people that are younger than me. I'm only 23. There's people that are younger than me that are amazing at what they do. And I got humbled very early, very quickly. And that's when I knew that this was a place to be, because I'm not going to be, I'm going to be bad at something here. There's going to be people that are going to force me to grow and elevate and change certain things in my game.
Facts.
And
facts.
just since then, it's just the sky's the limit.
Facts, bro. Have you ever been scared, like before a fight? Like not nervous, but like truly scared?
Never scared.
Okay.
I've never been scared going into a fight. I have been nervous and anxious all the time. Like,
what does that feel like? So for a person that's never fought, including myself, never fought in the cage, anything, like what are you thinking going into it? Like even when you're walking to the cage, you see the cage, like what are you thinking? What's going on in your brain?
So I had thought that I had gotten over all my nerves when I have on my record, I think I have about 15 fights total. And most of them Muay Thai, of course. But I was like, okay, Muay Thai is like, man, I'm good at striking. Like, you have to, there's only so many things that can happen, and I'm confident in my abilities. So the nerves, I thought I had gotten the nerves under control, but then when I went to MMA, and now there's takedowns, eventually ground and pound, submissions. There's just more stuff to deal with, and it was something that I was like, okay, what if? A lot of what ifs will run through my head, and that's what makes me nervous the most. It's like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if he's this? What if he's that? So I am my most nervous probably about a week before the fight, and I'm just like, okay, well, ain't no coming back now. I've done cut this. I'm cutting weight right now. I ain't finna pull, and I got I'm not gonna pull out of respect of like signing a contract. I'm gonna fulfill my obligation.
Nah, for sure.
So there ain't no pulling out. I know I'm good at that. I have to constantly reaffirm that, Tony, you train, you go to practice every day, you read, you study, you do your film, like you put so much time and effort into this, you're prepared to do so. You got a great coach in your corner, you got multiple great coaches in your corner, you got great teammates to help you, you're prepared. I have to constantly reaffirm myself this stuff. I have to, seek that affirmation as well, or a reassurance from my coaches and teammates too. They can always ask you. I always ask, how did that feel? Or how did I do? Like, how do I look? Just so I can hear it from someone else, so I can, again, reassure myself. But when I get to the back, and it's the night of the fight, and it's time to start wrapping the hands and stuff, those nerves go out the window. It's like, now I'm just ready to go perform. It's showtime. What I'm saying? It's showtime. Like,
that's dope.
You can't do nothing now. Like, you here, you made weight, you faced off. You're here, you're getting your hands wrapped. There ain't nothing to it but to do it, right? So like, I will tell myself that, and after that, I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go have fun.
Yeah,
fighting is fun to me, and that does probably sound crazy. Well, like,
I mean, nah, for sure. I mean,
fighting is fun,
It's
something I'm good at too. So it's like I wouldn't do nothing that I'm not confident that I would be good at,
Nah, for sure.
Especially something like this where like there is real danger. Like,
this shit is dangerous as hell.
Very dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Dangerous, bro.
So I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have the confidence enough and to know that I put in the requisite amount of work to make sure that I'm successful and I keep myself safe.
Facts. For the viewers that's watching, I have a question.
Okay.
What does getting punched in the face teach you about life that success never could?
What does getting punched in the face teach me?
Teach you about life that that success never could?
Getting punched in the face is it's a surreal feeling. Can't lie. Really getting kicked in the face. I've got a knee in the face. I got scars on my face from knees and getting elbow. Like, it's really crazy. Like, it it's weird, but you get used to it. And I think that's kind of something that I'm learning in life is that you're going to get punched in the face, probably going to get slammed a couple times, and you're going to take some L's along the way, and it's going to hurt, But like once you get punched in the face and you learn, okay, how not to let that happen again. I pride myself on defense. Some of my best clips and fights and in the gym is like, you just can't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I want people to feel that way when they fight me or when they spar me. It's like you can't touch me, or if you touch me, you got to work to get that. And when I get touched, when I get punched, or I get kicked or whatever, I take that as like a learning lesson too. It's a small one. Like, okay, how did this happen? All right, I probably wasn't moving my head. I had my eyes closed, or I was my fight stance was compromised. I was too flat-footed. There's a bunch of reasons why something like that can happen, and I could compare that to life. Like when you fumbled a bag,
facts.
You got your first bag, and I haven't experienced this yet because I'm still so young. But like I hear stories about how I fumbled my first bag, or you had a girl and you fumbled her. She was good for you and all that stuff, and you were just being stupid. That's like getting punched in the face. Now you dropped, you lost her. There are a bunch of other experiences like that. But once it happens, if you're smart, if you're willing to like get better, you'll learn like, all right, how not to let that happen again. And it's kind of the same way with getting punched in the face. It's like, once you get punched in the face enough,
it's like, yeah,
you don't want to get punched in the face no more.
Facts.
How can I stop getting punched in the face? Because it does hurt. Get my lips busted, getting my eyes punched, contacts punched out my eyes, and my jaw will be hurting or whatever. It's like, how can we not let that happen? And I will say that learning from it, like breaking it down and learning how to mitigate that from happening is also something that you can learn, that you can't really learn from success. You have to learn through like kind of getting hit, overcoming adversity,
Nah, for sure. Thank you for that. Has fighting made you a better man or just more dangerous?
Both.
Or both. Okay.
I say both.
Okay.
Because it makes me a better man because it shows this is the first thing that I was really disciplined in my life. Like I really put time and effort and energy. Like for the last 5 years, I've been doing this 5 days out the week. If I don't train 5 days out the week, 6 days out the week, like I don't know how to fill that time sometimes. Now I'm starting to feel, all right, there's stuff I can do with my brand, there's stuff I can do with school, there's stuff I can do with, or, besides school, there's stuff I can do with my brand, there's stuff I can do outside to like continue to better myself. But the gym is a big portion of like my life. So it made me a better man by saying like, okay, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Facts. As long as you got that discipline.
Facts.
And then it makes me more dangerous because obviously like I'm learning stuff that is like, that's why I salute you too for like wanting to signing up for the tournament and wanting to like, you ask me questions, you talk to coach and stuff and wanting to get better because this is something that such a small portion of the population does, being a fighter, number one, but then also competing. You don't have to be a fighter to compete. And that's why I salute you for that.
Thank you, bro.
Because I always say, if you train at a martial arts gym for however much amount of time, it's cool to learn it for self-defense, but if you do it for a certain amount of time, it's like you might as well go compete. There's plenty of different tournaments where you can compete and put that skill to use in a safe environment where there's low risk of getting hurt, low risk of injury for both parties involved.
Facts.
And it's like, it's always good to win something. It's always good to compete.
Facts.
And that's what I think makes me dangerous because like I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
And, so when I walk the streets, when I go out, when I'm out in public, I know when I'm in the cage even, like I know there's a lot of stuff that I'm capable of doing.
Facts.
It's like being put in some of these positions myself, I'm like, yo, somebody, who doesn't know what they're doing tries to do this, it's like, damn, it can really go bad. And that's why I always say, I don't condone violence because you never know who you're gonna be messing with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Some real killers out here, like that don't need weapons, that don't need no type of like protection outside of that. You know, it's really
Damn.
crazy. You don't want to ever like test your luck with stuff like that.
That's crazy, bro. So I also, and thank you for that answer, too.
Of course, bro.
I was gonna ask you, bro. It's like, do y'all have to get your hands registered like how like boxers do?
Nah, that's both of those are a myth. Boxers don't even got to do that.
So boxers don't have to get their hands registered?
Nah.
So why, bro? I've been lied to my whole life.
Me
about
too,
this,
bro.
bro.
Like it's something where, cause I used to think that too, because it is. You would think so, right? Because it's like these people could probably kill just an ordinary person with how hard they can punch. But nah, bro, that's not real.
Damn.
I've never had to. I never got reached out to about no registration. There's no registration out there because I think, to be honest, like I think most fighters do know what they're capable of, and you don't have to be a fighter to like if for example something goes down in the street and you're going overboard, like you don't need to be registered. You don't need to be no fighter to be going overboard and like catch a charge for something that could have been self-defense and handled without police to like. Now this man's in a hospital fighting for his life because he did too much, you know?
Yeah.
So there's no registration, nothing like that. That's just a myth to like make fighters more scary or whatever.
Facts. I want to segue into another question with that. Are you afraid of like the possibility of like you whooping somebody to fucking, excuse my language, we gotta cut that out, but to like just whooping somebody bad? Are you like, does that like, do you have a fear of that sometimes?
I hope I never get in a street fight.
Me too, bro.
Man, it's like, dude, I'm trying to be a professional fighter. I'm trying to be a world champ, you know? Like, that's what I'm going to do.
You will be.
I will be.
You ain't going to even say trying.
I'm going to be.
Yeah,
so
facts.
It's something where it's like, if I get in a street fight and I punch somebody upside the head, I break my hand, now I'm out for 2-3 months. And I didn't even get paid for it. You know, I punched somebody upside the head. Facts. Now I'm not getting paid for it. Or, like you said, on the other hand, I knocked somebody out. Their head hit the concrete. Boom. Now he bleeding now he bleeding internally or whatever. And now I got to fight a case. And I'm like, man, it's just like extra stress. It's like extra drama. It's just extra.
Yeah,
right?
Facts.
And nobody's getting paid for that. So I hope that I never have to experience that.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Fighting is dangerous and like it's scary. Like, you know, like it is scary. I'll be watching some fights and like you said, like sometimes the blood do be crazy.
That when I first started watching like UFC, I was like, man, nah, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm not watching
wild.
this. Like it's like two wild people just in here just going crazy.
Dude, one of my fights, it was so bloody. Like I would see people still talk to me about it. It'll be like they could smell the iron in the whole venue because I had broken somebody's nose and kneed him in the face, broke his nose, and you could smell the blood in the air. It was blood all over me. I went home and took a shower, and I'm like, bro, I'm seeing blood all over me and stuff. It's crazy. It looks like a murder scene.
Damn.
And so it's like, I don't want to have that happen in the streets. And also, on the other hand, it's like being the aggressor.
Yeah.
If you're a fighter and you're being an aggressor, I think that's stupid because people got weapons out here too.
Yeah,
and
facts.
Some people aren't going to want to fight you.
Yeah,
straight
facts.
up. So it's like, why take that chance? So much stuff can go wrong in a street fight.
Do you does that like hinder you from like going out and stuff like that or being sociable sometimes?
No, I like going out.
Okay,
I have my fun when I do, but what really stops me from going out is like having to wake up and go train in the morning.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Okay.
It's like I train so hard, and I usually have fights year round that I don't even be having time to like.
That's real.
Go out often.
That's discipline, bro.
Because it's like, yeah, cool. Like drinking is cool and like partying and eating out and stuff, but it's like staying out to 3 and having to wake up and go to work or go to school and then go to the gym. It's like, nah, for sure. I'm good on that. Nah, it is fun though. I do have my fun though. When I go out, when I travel and stuff, I do try to, you know, spend the night out.
Traveling is cool.
Right, yeah.
Just like, I feel like going out like to clubs in the city and stuff, I don't really enjoy that. Nah, I don't enjoy that anymore.
It's never been my vibe. I've always said though, a goal of mine is, I'll be telling Devon this all the time. I'm like, bro, when we get to the UFC and we're both on the same Las Vegas card or the same New York card, after we knock these people out, we get our 50K bonus. Oh, we hitting the town for sure. We gonna blow some money that night for sure.
So the goal is UFC.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to fight. Here's what I say. My goal is to be a world champion. I want to be a world champion martial artist. I want to be I want to fight in Ryzen. I want to fight in ONE FC. I want to fight in the PFL. I want to fight in the UFC. I want to fight in world championships for jiu-jitsu. I want to compete in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do dirty boxing. I want to do everything. I want to do anything that will allow me to showcase why I'm a martial artist. I'm not just one dimensional. I'm not just a Muay Thai striker. I'm not just a kickboxer. I'm not just an MMA fighter. I'm good at all of this stuff. I want to train to be the best at all of this. I want to have belts from all different types of promotions, all different types of leagues on my shelf, on my mantle, on my trophy case when it's all said and done.
Damn.
Because I don't want to do this forever. I will say that.
Okay. All right. So that goes right into my next question. So who is Tony Hope without fighting? Like, strip away the belt, strip away the cameras. Like, who are you really? Like who are you?
Who am I? It's a great question. I'll say, I think deep down I'm a creative. Deep down, what Tony Hope is without all this is a creative. I love the arts in general. I find interest. Just like you said earlier, like I find something I like and I dive fully into it, even though I might not see myself doing it professionally. Like for example, I love trap music. I could tell you so much history about trap music that, you know, predates me even being born. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Movies and cars, clothes. Like I like things where I can showcase express my creativity, express my interests, my niches, tell a story, you know? And I think that's what creatives are deep down. Like, you have a story to tell, how can you tell it?
Facts.
So, you know, outside of this, I think I'm a creative. Like, I want my main goal in life is to be a simultaneous sports analyst on TV and radio.
Dope.
And a world champion, professional martial artist and fighter.
That's dope. That's dope.
I want to be able to do both. So even, like I said, I don't want to fight forever. I don't want to be 45 years old still taking fights. Like, that's just not. I want to keep my brain as healthy as possible, because you know that is the reality of like fighting. Combat sports is, you know, your body takes damage over time. Yeah. And while this is a young man's sport, I want to, you know, make my money, win my belts, win my accomplishments, achieve what I want to achieve, and move on to the next chapter in my life, whatever that may be.
Dang. So you're already in school to do journalism and stuff. So that might be like your next phase, bro. I used to make music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, for the longest I was making music. And then I segued into this, and it's like this has taken me to the moon. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, and I didn't ever know I was good at this, bro. You know what I'm saying? So again,
life is crazy like that.
Life is, bro.
It'll show you. You would think, and that's why I'm fluid with like my plan. I've had this plan for years and years and years now, but I'm even noticing now, like, there are certain things that I like doing, and there's certain things that I don't like doing that I thought I would have liked. You know, where it's like, okay, maybe it's okay for what you like to do to change. You try something out, and it's not for you, or you try something out and you figured out that I can tweak it a little bit to make it fit me. Facts. You know, and that's something that I'm learning right now, where it's like, okay, it's cool to accept what life shows you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to force it. Like, if who's to say that I have a boxing match and I don't be like, whoa, bump all this. I don't want to be a boxer.
I want to be
you know
a
what I'm
boxer.
saying? I want to just do boxing. I don't want to do MMA no more. That's just a hypothetical, but like, who's to say that's not the case? You know, just like how you said, like, you know, you do something for so long and then you switch it up and you'll be like, damn, whoa, this is what...
It's crazy, right?
This is my lane, you know?
Facts. That's crazy, bro. Let me ask you this. Do fighters sacrifice, like, normal lives for greatness?
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, I fight year-round. I like getting 4-5 fights in a year. But at the same time, I do try to find a balance with, like, traveling. And I love food. Food is my guilty pleasure.
You forgot to say that. I was about to say, you love making food.
Food is my guilty pleasure. And I said too, I would love to like work in like a kitchen one day, like be like a line chef or something. I would love to do that. There's a bunch of stuff I want to do in life. Like I never say never, but like I love food. That's my guilty pleasure. I love cooking.
Facts.
I love trying new food. There's nothing I won't eat. When I travel, that's really the main reason why I travel. I want to travel the world to just eat.
Taste different
just
foods,
eat food and like see new people, meet new friends and stuff. So I think fighters definitely sacrifice a normal life because a normal life for some people would be able to, I want McDonald's right now, I'm gonna go get McDonald's.
Yeah.
For us,
You can't eat that.
it's like, bro, you're 2 weeks out from a fight, and that Big Mac does sound good, but like you're not locked in if you gonna, fall and succumb to that craving, being able to just be trained casually, right? There's always room for people in the gym where it's like if you want to be a fighter or you want to be a casual competitor, or if you just want to learn self-defense, or you just want to stay in shape, right? There's a bunch of different people that have their own goals in mind. If you want to be a martial artist, if you want to be a fighter, it takes more than just showing up to the gym right on time to like train. It takes more than just going to the gym. You gotta watch fights and break it down just like an NFL player would break down film. You gotta read books by other martial artists, read books by by philosophers, listen to different podcasts by these people that know what they're talking about and connect with different people. You gotta discipline your body and your mind and your spirit. And it's just a lot that goes into it. I don't think fighters, vices. You can't have a lot of vices and expect to be successful in fighting too.
Thanks.
There's only a few that I've seen do that, and just ever. So there's a lot of stuff that fighters sacrifice in order to, be the best at what they do. But that's also a misconception too. Just because you're a professional fighter doesn't make you good. Doesn't make you a martial artist. I don't like classifying myself as strictly a fighter. Fighting is just what I want to say. It's a part of the martial arts journey that I'm on. It's like Coach Osei, he calls it like fights tests. They're just tests. The fight camp is us studying, practicing the material, reviewing, going over the unit, so to speak. Okay. And then the fight itself is just a test. Facts. Now it's just time to go out here and test what we learned over these last 5 weeks of fight camp.
Facts.
So I guess all of this is to say, like, if you want to be a martial artist, I think that should be the goal. Don't just do just this, but learn from everything. There's something to pick up amongst all of the martial arts, even outside of martial arts, like how we were talking about WWE. You want to be a successful mixed martial artist, you do got to know how to work a mic. You do know how to have a camera presence. You do need to know how to have a spiritual presence in the ring, and you can learn that from books and learn that from watching people. It's so much that goes into
spiritual presence.
That's so real. It's so real. I tell people fighting is like 20% physical and like 80% mental. And the mental includes your spiritual presence, I'll say, if you want a good example of it, go look at, I'm going to go old school. Go look at Vanderlei Silva when he used to fight in Pride FC. Go look at Mirko Krokop when he used to fight for K1 and Pride FC. Go look at a more recent example, Alex Pereira, an absolute killer. He's a light heavyweight champion, one of my favorite fighters. Thanks. If you look at how he carries himself on fight week, look at how he carries himself at weigh-ins. He's wearing his Brazilian tribe face paint. He has the head garb on. He has all of that. Like, that is a part of spiritual. It's a part of like the psychological warfare that goes into fighting to break your opponent before you even lay hands on him. When he walks out to the cage and he's staring his opponent dead in his eyes, not blinking. And his eyes never leave his opponent. When the fight starts, he gets in front of his opponent. He stands big and tall, and he literally just walks you down. He gets right in front of you, and he's like kind of like begging you, like, hit me, come hit me, And it really crumbles fighters, So a spiritual presence is so big in the combat sports world. Like, if you don't have a spiritual presence, if you don't know how to not just command one and enforce one in the ring, but know how to deal with the opponent's spiritual presence, you will cap out at a certain level.
Damn.
Absolutely.
Thank you for like breaking that down,
Man, it's
bro.
real. It's really crazy. Like I look at fighting and I look at fights differently. I don't just look at them as punches being thrown. Like it's much more nuanced and much more detailed than just that. Like you can learn so much from small micro things that fighters do in the cage. It's really crazy.
Damn. Wow.
Hey,
I didn't never even think of like spiritual presence.
Oh yeah,
That's powerful.
absolutely. You know, like
Wow.
you can't. It's people say he got that dog in him. That's kind of the same thing. Like you go out there and it's like, bro, I refuse to quit. You can intimidate me all you want. You can have all these tattoos. You can have the shaved head. You can have all the muscles, and you can do all the taunting and all this stuff in the world. But I know that's just an illusion. I know that's your spiritual presence, or that's how you want to make yourself look intimidating or big and scary. But I know that it's just an illusion, right? And that's what skilled fighters tell themselves. And that's something that I'm learning to like enforce myself too. Like the muscles are just for show. He's still a human just like me.
Damn.
You know, the tattoos, they look crazy, you know, and it looks like, well, this man looks like a serial killer, but he's a man just like me, you know? And once you get in there, you can't be afraid. You can't show fear. You can't show that you're willing to back down, because those who are aware of what they're doing, like Alex Pereira, they're like
He'll
sharks.
sense that.
They smell blood in the water. Oh, I'm standing right in front of you and you scared to hit me. Oh, I'm finna knock you out. That's literally what goes through their minds. And it's crazy. And that comes from that spiritual presence, being able to take up space with not just your body, but like that energy between y'all. Like,
Damn.
I can break a man this way before I even touch him, you know?
Damn.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Because, man, if you look at it, think of Muay Thai. Muay Thai that goes back to like ancient times. Like that is like how warriors used to fight, right? Like it wasn't just like a sport out of nowhere. Like this is how they used to fight to like for kingdoms and shit back then. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like
I ain't know that.
Bro, Muay Thai is like a real the history of Muay Thai.
I gotta
is
learn.
crazy.
Like I gotta learn, bro.
It's crazy. Like read a book. I suggest too for anybody out there, any martial artist, whatever. The Book of Five Rings. I read that before. The Art of War by Sun Tzu, obviously. Those two for sure. And it really breaks down like from a samurai and a martial arts perspective. It's kind of like concepts of war. You know, war wasn't always fought with guns, obviously. So they had to learn actual martial arts, sword play, and being able to, you know, break an enemy down using psychological stuff. I learned so much from so many different places, bro. So many different places.
Wow.
I know I'm getting into my nerd bag right now.
That's good, bro. You see, I'm over here. I'm listening. I'm locked in because
Right.
like it's like, bro, just again like being around y'all. Like I started doing this, I would say April of last year for real, bro. I was like, bro, I was out of shape. I could show you a picture, and I was going to X3.
Yeah.
Just like I just was just showing up, just training and stuff like that. But of course, like you want to kind of move around and like kind of test out different gyms and stuff like that. So like, bro, I was literally like watching Coach, your coach, on Instagram, and I see how he posts y'all like every morning. Like, and it's like he has like something powerful to say in the caption. I'm like, this is somebody I want to be around.
Right.
Even if I don't like fight for a belt or anything,
Yeah.
I just want to be around y'all because like the mind is everything. Y'all just ain't no just regular people. Like when I go up there, y'all ain't talking about BS. Y'all are literally locked in.
Yeah.
I like people talk after training.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Nope.
It's like people be really like up there just locked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Look,
trying not to curse on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know?
me and Coach, we will have so many discussions about martial arts and and combat, and even we do talk about stuff outside of it, but it's like it's always. I learned so much from just speaking to him, and we learn. I think we bounce a lot of ideas and learn a lot off of each other. He'd be excited to tell me stuff. I'd be excited to tell him stuff.
Yeah.
And like the gym, I think is like I say GTA is number one is the best striking gym in all of Georgia, and I'll say we have the best strikers in all of the Southeast. Like,
I mean, it's proof in the pudding. It's like literally everybody like.
Look, my boy Devon,
like
my brother right there. Like
I never met him, bro.
Yeah,
never met him. Only like same how me and you met.
Yeah.
I talked to him. I just sent him encouraging stuff in his DM and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like the last fight that he had,
bro, I was so proud of him. Like that is like my brother for sure. Like he came back from he was down 2 rounds in a 5-round fight. So that means he had to win those last 3 rounds. He had to, you know.
And the belt was on the line.
His belt was on the line. Yeah, he was in there going for his title defense, and he had to overcome a lot of adversity. I was in his corner for that fight, and it was something I was never nervous because I know what he's capable of, and it's just something where you just have to flip that switch. But I know me and him for sure, the 2 best strikers in all of Georgia, and I would say we're probably 2 of the best strikers, amateur strikers in the United States, period. I'll put whatever on that.
How old is Devon?
20.
He's 20.
20.
He's 20.
He's younger than me.
He is 20 years old.
And he's a killer. He is the most difficult person to spar on a daily basis.
Bro,
it's so difficult to spar.
That's crazy. I didn't know he was 20 yet. Yeah. Y'all young, bro. I'm in my 30s.
Jared Lee, he's a ridiculous martial artist.
I never met him.
Yeah, little Asian kid, bro. He's
he was on your, he spars with you sometimes. Yeah. He was on your page.
Yeah, he's 20 as well, I think.
He's 20.
Yeah, we got kids in there that are like 15, 16. Like there's some in there, and I say the little kids, like the children, they be doing jujitsu and stuff, and they're winning belts and stuff at competitions. And I'm like, there's some of these kids out there that are probably better than me at jujitsu, like legit. And I'm like, man, it's our gym is such like a place of youth, but mentorship and experience. You know, like the owner of the gym, he's fought for plenty of promotions all around the world. Coach, of course, Coach Osei, he is a personal friend and training partner of John Jones.
John Jones, bro.
John Jones, who, if you don't know, is the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. John Jones, who is undefeated in the UFC. John Jones, who has ridiculous records in the UFC. He is a personal friend and training partner of John Jones. And Coach will tell you this himself, like, who is like, I don't want to say who is Coach, but like Osei's never fought in the UFC before. Right? Like he's never fought in around the world in Thailand or in Russia and all these other places, but John Jones wanted him to come help him get ready for his fights.
Wow, that says a lot. That says a
lot. You know, like, and it's just like this GTA is just a place to be if, like you said, you want to be surrounded by like-minded people who want to better themselves and are actually aiming for stuff. Like there are future UFC world champions in there, including myself. You know, and it's like to be a part of that. I always invite people to the gym because it's like I want people to be a part of this journey. Because to help. You know, me helping you get better helps me get better.
Yeah,
you know, and vice versa, and we can all grow together. Like Deja, you talk about Deja.
Yeah,
I've seen Deja. And
I like her footwork. Her footwork is like I was telling her that. I told her like her footwork is just nice. It's just it looks like she's dancing, but you fighting like
Shan Jones, like Deja.
Like I met her too.
Both of them. I've seen them come from like zero experience. I've seen them. I've literally watched them go from nothing to like. Now they're competing in like the NFC. They're competing in all these different tournaments.
See, I want to do that, bro. I want to do that, bro.
And that's the goal.
And that's the goal. It's like, bro, I don't want to go to the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a podcaster, bro. Like, I'm a creator, like you said. But I'm competitive, bro. I want to win, bro. I want to feel good, like in life. Like you feel good when you win.
You win, absolutely.
Even if you lose something, and you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I jumped out of a plane, bro. Like 30 years old, I jumped out of a plane.
Dude, that's gangster.
Like, bro. I went skydiving, bro. Like, I can do anything, bro.
Right.
I'm not afraid of anything.
That's scary, dog.
It was
I want to do it, but that's something that I've been scared to do.
You should do it, bro.
Bro, jumping out of a plane is wild.
You should do it, bro.
Dude, I want to. There's not much I won't do.
It's
I'll do skydiving. I want to do. I want to do skydiving. I'll do bungee jumping.
Now that's crazy. That's crazy.
It is crazy. But it's like you said. It's like just to say I've done it. All I need to do certain things at once.
Facts.
And I can say that I've done this once, and you can't tell me I ain't do it.
Facts.
And I tell people that at the gym too. I'll be like, man, you've been training for so long and you're such a great sparring partner. You're just a great student. You're such a great training partner. I can see it. I could tell when people are like BSing versus the people who actually are trying to get better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just like Shan will tell you and Deja will tell you that after a certain moment, I would encourage them. Like, all right, I want to see y'all do this, you know, sparring tournament first, you know, do good, blah, blah, blah. And then I want to see y'all do the NFC eventually because it's like, why not test yourself? You're good enough to do it, you know?
Right.
And if you want to do it, like you said, you got to have that goal first. And then after that, you just keep going from there. And it's like, who knows? Because I tell you this. When I had my first tournament, when I first started training, I just said, I want to just do a tournament. And that's it. I had
what I just tell you?
I had no ambition on like the UFC or nothing. Like I didn't start training to be a professional fighter. I just said, let's try it out. I want to try a tournament out. I don't mind. And then I want to do a full contact, no shin guards fight, right? And see how that goes. And then after that, it just kind of spilled over to like, all right, well, I did that. And why not go for a belt? You know? And after that, I'm like, all right, why not, you know, defend it? Like, why not just see how far I can go with this? And after that, let's go for double champs now. Let's have 2 belts at the same time.
That was crazy,
you know?
bro.
And that's like some Conor McGregor, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I wanted to do. And then after that, I'm like, all right, well, now let's go try MMA. Been doing this long enough. Let's go do MMA.
Damn.
And now it's like, you know, my goals are clear now. Let's just, we're going to keep progressing slowly but surely and learning while we do it. And we're going to see how far we can take this.
Facts. How does it feel to have 6 belts, bro? Can I touch this belt?
Absolutely, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 of them. I don't even know where like 3 of them are.
This is dope, bro.
Dude, and this is like, some of my teammates have even crazier belts. And like, I will say I know I was talking about like, now I want to be called a fighter and shit. Like, so I want to be called a martial artist, but like, I do like prizes. Like I like having giant trophies and I like having heavy belts. I like having medals. I like having stuff that I can show my future kids or my family and show my friends and have forever and be like, yeah, you know, I had to.
So you get to keep those. Like once you win the belt, it's yours. They make it custom for you.
Yeah, they make them for every fight.
Can I see that one?
Oh yeah. This is my favorite because it's gold. I got 5 of the silver ones.
Wow.
And this is my first one.
It's heavy too.
I won that one when I beat my former teammate, Jose Arturo Villazana.
You had to fight your teammate?
My old teammate from Bangkok.
Oh.
And that was crazy. It was a crazy experience, but it was fun. Like I'm still cool with him to this day. Like it was never like bad blood or nothing.
Oh yeah. Y'all just competed.
Yeah, it was personal for me because like it's my old gym. Like I want to show like, bro, I leveled up since y'all. But it was never like, I hate you type deal. But when I fought him, it was for this. This was my 145-pound title defense. And I said I wanted to defend both belts at least once, and then I'm going to go to MMA. So I beat him of January last year. And it was a really rewarding experience. It wasn't my best fight. I won clearly, but I'm such a perfectionist and picky fighter. I'm like, I could have done better. But it was a great experience. And I got my gold, baby. So, you know.
Facts. Let me ask you this, bro. What's a dream fight for you?
A dream fight?
Fight. It can be at this level that you're at now or going into the UFC. So give me 3. Give me 3 dream fights.
Man, my number 1 would be the fight. I want to fight Peyton Talbot.
Okay.
I want to fight Peyton Talbot. And Jared, I know Jared, that's probably one of Jared's favorite fighters. He's one of my favorite fighters too. He's a bantamweight in the UFC and he's like a clone of me. And I'm saying that like I'm a professional or whatever. But I see a lot of myself in him is what I'm saying. And I'm like, bro, that would be such a great 5-round fight for like a belt. Just like two samurais, 2 ninjas just going at it and like may the best man win.
Damn.
Like my 2 other dream fights, that's the only one I really thought of. I would say.
What about you and Sean O'Malley?
I would fight Sean. That would be cool. Like
that'd be
that
hard.
would be cool. I would love.
I'll pay for that.
Oh man.
I'm definitely. I'll let us see that.
I like fighting because there's like different classes of fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like just like there's in basketball, you'll be like, I mean, KD and Brian gonna go at it. These are 2 of like the best. They're different styles, but they're both superstars. You know, so you know it's gonna be fireworks. It's just like that in like fighting where it's like you got two strikers going at it, more than likely it's going to be a good fight.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I think me versus Sean would be cool too. He been talking about retirement recently. I don't know.
Wait, Sean been talking about retirement?
Yeah,
Well, he just won his last one though.
Yeah, he said if he lost, he was thinking about retiring. So if
how many fights he had? Like 30 some fights?
I'm not. It's not. I don't think it's that much.
It ain't that.
He's had a good amount, but he was more so talking about it from like if he lost again, he would know if he had it in him.
Because he lost
like
twice
that.
to Marab. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
he
that.
lost,
Yeah, I mean,
which I get it, but I feel like if you're as a fighter, if you're considering retirement, then it's like you're kind of already getting close to that. But he won, so we'll see what's next for him. And who's to say I'm not fighting him in the next 2-3 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never gonna say never to none of that. So I'll say Peyton Talbot, Sean O'Malley. I would like to fight. I would love to fight one of my like idols. Like I would love to fight like Max Holloway. That would be so fire.
wow,
Dude, that would be so
Max
fire.
Holloway.
That would be dope because all three of those guys are like similar build to me, similar stature, and like I just know that if we fight, it would be like it would be a fight. You know,
he says he's the best. He's the best boxer in UFC.
I would love to fight him, but there's a lot of people I would love to spar with too. Like I just think there's so many professionals I want to spar with, like both boxers, MMA, Muay Thai, just so I can like I want to.
Facts.
I want to test myself. I want to see how good I am.
Nah, that's dope.
Especially when I spar professionals, even at this level, I'm like, when I land something on certain professionals, I'm like, okay, maybe I am a little good at this.
Yeah,
you know
that's
like, okay.
hard.
Like, all right, maybe I do got something to, I'm pretty good at this.
Nah, for sure.
And I'm just gonna keep getting better. But those will be my three. I'll say, Peyton Talbot, Sean O'Malley, Max Holloway. That would be my three.
Let's clap it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's gonna come into fruition.
I say the most realistic one is Peyton. Because he's young like me. He's probably like 25, 26.
Facts.
Like, I've already, like, he's super far out, but I already put like a circle on him. Like, one day we are probably going to fight.
Yeah, most definitely.
Most definitely. Because, like, I just know that that's the level I want to get to. And if he's still there where he's at, then we're going to run into each other. I would love to fight him.
Facts. I got to shout somebody out, too. Shout out to DK, because if it wasn't for DK, I wouldn't even be at y'all gym. For sure. Shout out to DK. DK Brewer, you know what I'm saying? Django. Yeah.
Like, he is definitely one of my mentors as well.
Facts.
Like, I go to him when I need some advice or some questions and stuff.
Yeah, he said he's gonna be on my corner Saturday.
Hey, there we go. That's good. I'm excited. Like that's big. It's a nice sparring tournament that Coach's Brand, Talented Reflexes, and the gym GTA Gwinnett Training Academy is putting together. Like I said, it's a good way to test your skills. Tell me about it though, cause like I don't want to go in and I'm like fighting at 100 and then like I get disqualified. Like, so tell me what are some things I need to like worry about? So there will be, I won't say there's nothing to worry about. There's going to be headgear, or you have headgear. I got all, gloves, shin guards, cup, mouth guard. So you're fully protected. And there's no knockouts. So like if you were to like, of course not 100%. Yeah. Because it's more sparring, but like there is a level of intensity that's different from just regular sparring in a gym, because there's going to be a bunch of people there. There's going to be friends and family and eyes there, other fighters watching. So there will be a bit of adrenaline because it is a competition. And when you go there, I'll just say, don't think about it. Don't think about it too much. Just compete. It's just a more intense sparring match is what I say. It's more intense slightly, we landing though. Oh yeah, we're all right, okay. Because it's going to be novices, which is probably where that's the division you're in. And then there's going to be amateurs, which would be like me, and then it will be professionals, because the whole point of this is to like give professionals an opportunity to like work on their training within a controlled environment without having it be like a fight, because most professionals only have the opportunity to test their skills in a fight. They spar with the people they spar with, but like, sparring is one thing, but competition is another. Mm-hmm. So a competition of like, okay, I am going to throw this body kick hard at you, and I am going to throw this knee hard. I am going to like try to hit you, and because we're not teammates, we're competitors in this venue. So while there is no knockouts, it is going to be an intense affair. Okay, so cool. I just say like prepare yourself to like be
for sure.
Go in there and like I'm
already mentally there. I'm just like I don't want to get disqualified. I really want to
There's gonna be refs there
that's
to
what I'm
make
saying.
sure
Yeah,
that
like
they're
I just want to just
Yeah.
have fun, like feel the pressure,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like because I was supposed to do the NFC tournament in September. It happened in September.
I remember that one.
But I got hurt
Mhm.
in the Shark Tank
Yeah.
the week before.
Okay, yeah.
TJ was there.
TJ, yeah, there you go. Roster, shout out to TJ.
Yeah,
Holt.
shout out to Roster.
That's my
too,
brother
man.
right there.
Yeah, he was there too. But yeah, I got hurt before then, and it kind of like took my morale like away.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, bro, I was training so hard, and then that happened. I was just like, damn, should I even do this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I started telling myself, nigga, you in media, nigga. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But again, it's just like that competitive nature that I have. I just like, bro, I want to do it. I want to try this shit, bro.
Yeah.
I want to try this shit. I watch it all the time.
Right.
Why not just try to do it?
That's what I'm saying. You can always try something once.
Facts. Let me ask you this: is it gonna be cages there, or are we doing a match?
There is one cage.
That's gonna be for the pros.
That's gonna be for. I'm not sure who, but there will be fighters in there. So it'll be like broken up into segments. Like there's gonna be fights happening on this mat. There's gonna be fights happening on this mat. Be fights happening on this mat. Fights happening on this mat. You know. So like
Dope.
there will be. There's a bunch of spaces and it'll be allocated properly, and you'll be able to know what mat you're competing on when they make the brackets and all that stuff.
Ooh,
so
shit about to be fire.
It's gonna be fun. Like I'm saying, like I'll say some advice will be defense and work the body because there's no knockouts. So it's like you can hit somebody as hard as you want to the head in a real fight. Maybe you knock them out, maybe you don't. But in this, it's like the referee will probably tell you to like, okay, you got to tone it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I would say work the body, knees, punches, kicks, all that stuff. And when I see you at the gym on Monday, we can go through some stuff too. But like, yeah, definitely body, because just like I said, we all human. The body kills all that. Body and legs, kicks to the legs. Win those points or drop them with knees to the body or whatever. That's the way to go with these tournaments.
Dope, bro. I gotta ask you this question, man. Because we just hit this interview hit the ground running. How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
Man, I do that now. I dream. There's nothing I can't do.
Dope.
Absolutely nothing I can't do. I used to put glass ceilings on myself though. I used to say, in another life I would do this, or in another life I would do that. But reality is we only got one. So it's like, why not try to do everything you can in this life that you want to do? Because I think that's kind of like a theme of this, of like our conversation is like, why not? Like try to do something once. You never know. You know, like if you never record your first podcast, we wouldn't be talking right now.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
If I had never did that my first tournament, I wouldn't have all these championships. I wouldn't have the goals I have now. So I'll say, if I knew I couldn't fail, I would dream to the moon, bro, past the moon, you know? Now, one thing I am learning is how to accept failure, because you have to fail in order to succeed.
Facts.
Because even for the people that are like undefeated, right? Like Floyd, he had to overcome adversity in his fight. There was a lot of close fights that he's had. A lot.
Yeah.
He's lost as an amateur, you know?
Yeah.
USA boxing.
I remember he was crying.
Yeah. You know, everybody has experienced failure at least once. So for me, it's like learning how to accept that failure and how to take the negative connotation off of it and make it something where it's a learning experience or something positive that comes from it. Because it's like, dude, I want to have my own lifestyle show on like YouTube or whatever, where I just travel the world training with people, fighting and eating, meeting new people, conversation. I want to make a mixtape one day. I want to learn how to DJ and like do a DJ set. Like it's like I look at people like Shaq. How much stuff that man does.
Shaq did. He was a cop,
bro.
I was like, damn, Shaq was a cop.
He's a cop. He has his own album that I think sold.
He went platinum. He went platinum or diamond or something like that.
Right, he went platinum, and he's done DJ sets for festivals.
I bet you don't remember this though.
What?
He had a video game, Shaq Fu.
He did.
I got that on Sega Genesis, bro.
I've never played it, but I
still
did
got
see
it, bro.
That's
if you want to borrow that shit,
hey, that's
play
hard.
it.
I still got my PS2 from. Man. So it's like, bro, he has his own. He what else? He a movie star, right? He does everything. He's literally done everything possible while being a 4-time champ, making millions of dollars in the league. And it's like, I look at people like that and I'm like, so why can't I do it? If Shaq's big ass can do it, I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, failure is just, it's a test. It's just an obstacle. You got to go through it. You got to go through it. So you can either let that little roadblock stop you, or you can figure out a way to get over it and keep going down until you reach where you want to go.
Nah, facts. Before we get out of here, March 7th.
March 7th.
You have another fight.
Look, y'all.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
March 7th. Y'all come check me out for the NFC. We're going to be fighting at Monday Night Garage in West End. I'm going to be fighting Davin Melton. It's going to be a MMA catchweight fight, 140 pounds plus 2. So look, I'm coming in there to show people to put some respect on my name. Because I'm coming off of a loss, so it's like people are going to be thinking that they got the formula on me. I'm going to show them that it ain't the case.
Nah, for sure.
It ain't the case. Look, March 7th, I'm going to go in there and put on a show for y'all.
Nah, for sure. Do you have the link where I could buy the tickets? Because
yes,
it goes directly to you to get paid, right?
Yeah. I got the link.
Send me the link so I could just buy it under your name.
Got you. And for anybody else that want to come to show up and watch me perform, number one, you ain't going to regret it. I'm always the showstopper. I am the most entertaining fight of the night. Guarantee that. It's going to be a great card. The NFC always puts on a great performance, puts on a great show. But if you want to come support, follow me at the Tony Hope on Instagram. The link to the tickets and pay-per-view will be in my bio.
Damn, that should be coming on pay-per-view too?
Yeah, if you want to stream it, if you can't make it or whatever.
That's fucking hard, bro.
It's hard.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Like, it's I don't know, I love doing it. It's like,
I can tell.
The process is always, I have like about 5 weeks till the fight. And it's like the process of training and learning and like seeing how much better I can get over just the course of a few weeks. It's really crazy. Like, I really see myself upgrade every time I go into a fight camp. And now when we fight, it's just about it's like putting pen and paper. Now we just got to do it.
Do y'all do Shark Tanks at GTA?
Sometimes.
Are you kind of like are y'all against Shark Tanks?
It depends. Like, we don't call it Shark Tanks, but we would do like, sometimes coach will send specific people to have around with us. Like, there are people who will be like, all right, Tony, go with Deja, And after that, it'll be like, okay, Veto go with Deja. Or Devon go with Deja, you know what I'm saying? So like, Deja can get these rounds with different bodies, different styles, different looks before her fight. It'll be Tony, all right, we're going to put blah, blah, blah on Tony so he can feel that pressure. And then we'll do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's not technically a Shark Tank, but it's like kind of curated rounds by coach depending on who's at the gym.
And thank you for explaining that too. Is a Shark Tank, is that normal? Or is that what all gyms do? Or
Shark Tanks are pretty normal. I'll say I like Shark Tanks personally because it is a way to kind of like push yourself, test yourself in those deep waters. Like, you got multiple people coming in while you're not getting no break. You're tired, you're sore or whatever, and you got fresh people on top of fresh people coming in. Shark Tanks definitely have their place in the gym. Hard sparring has a place in the gym too. It's just not something that I would advise somebody doing consistently because
don't do it consistent.
Don't throw your career away in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're not getting paid for this. We're supposed to be getting better. We're supposed to be getting reps. We're supposed to be testing our skill. We're not supposed to be like killing each other in the gym.
Thanks.
But sometimes we do need that intensity where it's like, I'm going to pick you up and drop you hard and, get in these positions and try to choke you out. Or I'm going to kick you in the body hard because you need to feel that in the gym so you don't feel that out or if when you feel it out in the cage, you know how to react. You know how to respond. You know how to defend it more than anything. So everything has its place. Definitely Shark Tanks.
Nah, that's dope. Bro, legend.
You know it, bro.
Bro, March 7th, you going to do your thing, bro.
March 7th, baby. Look, Davin Melton, I'm coming for you. It's going to be a great fight. Let's show up and let's make sorry, I can't cuss. Let's make a scene. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Thank you for coming, bro. Real talk, man. It's been another episode of Vibin with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibin with Veto. You already know we vibrating higher, always chasing purpose over popularity. I'm going to pick up this belt. You're going to put this belt up.
You know it.
And, hey, man, we gone, man.
See ya, baby. Let's good. Vibin with Veto.